Google's absurdly woke Gemini AI refuses to condemn pedophilia, okay? Which is pretty wild to think about.
It's very bizarre that we're seeing with the initial implementation of it, specifically with Google's version of it, is that it's ideologically captured.
Oh, that was so horrible. And that was so irresponsible of Google to do.
Google has temporarily stopped its Gemini AI model from generating images of people following a backlash over its failure to depict white people. The search engine giant made the announcement after Gemini users shared images created by the model that mostly featured people of color, including scenes from history that only involved white people. Is Google going to permanently shut down Gemini over the outbreak? Let's find out. Substantial backlash against Google's Gemini artificial intelligence chatbot has elevated concerns about bias in large language models, but experts warn that these issues are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the potential impact of this tech across industries. The rapid advancements of AI has led to significant advancements in various fields. It can help analyze medical imagery, like mammograms and X-rays, and accelerate the development of new drug treatments, optimizing energy use, and assist businesses in making informed decisions based on sorting large quantities of data. However, the adoption of AI by governments and corporations for its problem-solving capabilities has also been met with considerable caution. Gemini-generated images circulated on social media in recent days, provoking widespread mockery and outrage. Some users accused Google of being woke to the detriment of truth or accuracy. Among the images to attract criticism were a depiction of 4 Swedish women, none of whom were white, and scenes of Black and Asian Nazi soldiers. It's embarrassingly hard to get Google Gemini to acknowledge that white people exist. Tabarkia Das, the founding engineer of enterprise search startup Clean, said in a post on X accompanied by a number of images generated by Gemini. AI models have in the past also faced criticism for overlooking people of color and perpetuating stereotypes in their results. Google, which has been racing to catch up with rival OpenAI since the launch of ChatGPT in 2022, has suffered a number of setbacks in its rollout of AI products. Last year, the tech giant apologized after its AI chatbot Bard wrongly stated during a demo that James Webb Space Telescope took the first picture of a planet outside the solar system. Artificial intelligence is an amazing catalyst for digital transformation. Everywhere from wealth management to population health to touchless retail operations, technology, like machine learning and computer vision, are making algorithms fast, portable, and ubiquitous. Adnan Masood, Microsoft regional director and leader of a team of data scientists and engineers building AI solutions, said. However, Masood also highlighted the possibility of substantial downsides. Asking people to identify the threat they see coming from AI will garner a range of answers, from the robots are taking our jobs to Big Brother is watching us. While Masood admits that these are all reasonable concerns, he believes that the most significant challenge humanity faces from AI lies at the heart of its algorithm. According to Masood, self-perpetuating bias is the biggest threat posed by AI, and it can have a devastating impact on health, job opportunities, access to information, and even democracy. What can society do to modify data that simply reflects ingrained societal biases? Currently, there are no regulations or algorithmic accountability. Masood believes some organizations and governments are making progress. With AI evolving at such a dramatic speed, already problematic societal inequalities are being reinforced even as I write. And if we do not tread carefully, these models will cause irreparable damage, he says. LexisNexis Risk Solutions Global Chief Information Security Officer Flavio Valensturi said the potential impact of AI models can range from slightly inappropriate responses to outcomes that could break existing anti-discrimination laws. Depending on its application, AI could also cause issues in company hiring processes and wrongly informed decisions related to state benefits eligibility, loan rates, college admissions, and countless other possibilities. Masood agreed that wrongfully using automation to streamline state government work and the recruitment screening process is a salient yet everyday example of how machine learning algorithms can exacerbate systematic biases. In 2018, Amazon discovered that its AI hiring software discriminated against resumes, mentioning women and candidates from all-women colleges. The algorithm was merely biasing its decision on the company's limited history of hiring female engineers and computer scientists. The software was later scrapped. That same year, studies found that Microsoft AI's facial recognition software assigned black males more negative emotions than their white counterparts. These examples are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the way technology can amplify oppression and undermine equality. He said, "With AI becoming more ubiquitous, cases becoming larger by order of magnitude, paving the way to a dystopian future of machine rule." Masood also noted that there are troubling instances of AI racism embedded in justice systems, as was the case when it was discovered that the Compass algorithm had discriminated against people of color. If these issues are not concerning enough, we are starting to see a more pervasive use of these models in medical applications for diagnostics and therapeutic purposes. If due to bias, a model incorrectly assesses the condition of a patient or the appropriate treatment, it could lead to life-altering consequences. Kirk Sigmon, a Washington, D.C.-based attorney specializing in artificial intelligence, machine learning, intellectual property, suggests that virtually all AI models are biased. He noted that artificial neural networks are trained on voluminous amounts of data based on what is available. This includes text from books, images from the internet, and more. As a result, whatever limitations are present in the data becomes weaknesses of the trained model. Google's approach to hiding the bias in its models is via secret prompt engineering, that is, changing the nature of what you ask the model to do by adding additional content. This also seems to be the approach OpenAI is taking in their ChatGPT product. But the problem here is they've not actually fixed the underlying bias at all. They're just secretly changing what users ask to avoid public relation issues, promoting a particular agenda. Sigmund said that this often results in significantly less helpful, if not outright comical outputs, discouraging users from using the tool. Gemini was the latest AI to face heat for this response after it produced historically inaccurate images that downplayed or outrightly removed white people. This led to public apologies by Google and a pause on the image generation feature. If society plans to increasingly rely on tools like ChatGPT and Gemini, the implications of selective prompt engineering can be frightening. We might not have much of an issue with an AI model trying to avoid outright or inadvertent racism, but the very same secret prompt modification strategies might be used to change the public's perception of historical events, blurry company scandals, or the likes, Sigmund said. In other words, the very same strategies used by Google to ensure output is multicultural and inoffensive could be used to manipulate the public in extremely damaging ways. Ruby Media Group CEO Chris Ruby, who recently uncovered a trove of data on Gemini, said that biased AI can recreate societal norms, cultures, and values that can strip historical context. If facts are removed or altered, a corporation can cultivate its own set of facts that align with its own personal worldview. She said that those in charge of shaping the current information environment must be held accountable, as the architect of the AI products can alter the future digital landscape society depends on for education and commerce. Furthermore, if the data scientists responsible for making critical decisions lack political diversity, users will be left with a lopsided product. That's skewed to the collective bias of a product team. AI is transforming our society, she added. As we become more and more dependent on a modern digital infrastructure embedded with machine learning, we must understand the foundation of the models and how those models are built. The historical accuracy of individual data sets used to build a product is just as important as modern-day historical output. We cannot understand where we are going if we do not understand where we came from. According to former Fortune 100 emerging technology executive Sunita Lanto, business leaders need to understand that AI bias exists and has exacerbated class-based and race-based inequalities in healthcare and creditworthiness assessment via mortgage approval algorithms in the past. A class action suit filed in December claims that the health insurance company Human used the AI model NH Predict to deny medically necessary health care for disabled and elderly patients covered under Medicare Advantage. A month later, another lawsuit alleged that United Healthcare also used the NH Predict model to reject specific claims despite knowing that the tool was faulty and had contradicted physicians' conclusions. Biases infiltrate AI because algorithms are like opinions. Biases can enter throughout the AI life cycle, from the framing of the problem the AI is trying to solve, the product design and data collection to development and testing. As such, risks and controls should occur at each stage of the AI life cycle, she told Fox News Digital. In the US, the Accountability Act requires corporate algorithms to address bias. Under the General Data Protection Regulation, the European Union introduced the right to be informed of an algorithm's output. The Singapore Model AI Governance Framework strongly focuses on internal governance, decision-making, models, operating management, and customer relationship management. That's all for today. What do you think? Are Gemini programmers being too woke, or is it just a syntax error? Comment your thoughts below and share the video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more.